Hi students, in this class we are going to discuss some examples on negation of a quantified statement. Write down the negation of first example. There exists x belongs to z, x plus 3 equals 10. First take p of x, x plus 3 equals 10. What is negation of p of x? Is x plus 3 not equal to 10. Then here we have to write the negation of this statement. Negation of there exists x belongs to z, x plus 3 equals 10. Negation of this statement or it is equivalent to negation of there exists x is for every x belongs to z. Negation of this statement is x plus 3 not equal to 10. Second example, for every x belongs to z, x plus 3 less than 5. Negation of the given statement, given open sentence is negation of for every x belongs to z, x plus 3 less than 5 is equivalent to negation of for every x is there exists x belongs to z. Negation of this statement is x plus 3 less than 5. Negation is greater than or equals 5. For every x p of x or there exists x q of x. Negation of for every x p of x or there exists x q of x is equivalent to, this is negation of p or q is negation of p and negation q. Negation of this term, negation of for every x p of x r becomes and negation of this term, negation of there exists x q of x is equivalent to negation of for every x is there exists x, negation of px, and negation of there exists x is for every x, negation qx. Fourth example, for every x p of x and there exists y q of y. Negation of this sentence is negation of for every x p of x and there exists y q of y. Negation of this and becomes or negation of this term. Negation of for every x p of x or negation of there exists y q of y is equivalent to negation of for every x is there exists x, negation px, or negation of there exists y is for every y into negation q of y. Fifth, for every x there exists y, x comma y equals 0. Negation of this is negation of for every x there exists x, negation of there exists y for every y. Negation of xy equals 0 is xy not equal to 0. Sixth, for every x, negation px implies q of x. That is negation of for every x, negation px implies q of x is equivalent to negation of for every x is there exists x into negation of this, negation px implies qx. There exists as it is, negation of p implies q is p and negation q. Here this is p, negation px, and negation of this term, negation qx. Seventh example, for every x there exists y, x plus y equals xy. Negation of this sentence is negation of for every x is there exists x, negation of there exists y is for every y, negation of this is x plus y not equal to xy. Rules of inference and proofs. In the development of proofs, we shall employ certain fundamental tools stated as rules of inference. While proving the theorems, we use some rules or some techniques. Those are called rules of inference. Okay. First rule is rule of detachment. Here, if P is true and P implies Q is true. Here, P is true, P implies Q is true, then obviously Q is also true. Okay. Here hypothesis, what are the given condition? P is true and P implies Q is true, given. What is conclusion? Conclusion is Q is true. Example, supposing the following propositions are true. P, what is P here? Two triangles are similar. P implies Q. If two triangles are similar, then their corresponding sides are proportional. These are hypotheses, given conditions. By the rule of detachment, what is the conclusion? Conclusion should be Q is true. What is Q here? This is P, implies this is Q. The corresponding sides are proportional is true. Second rule, rule of syllogism. If P implies Q and Q implies R are true statements, then P implies R is true. P implies Q, Q implies R, these are true, then P implies R is also true. Hypothesis, P implies Q, Q implies R are true. Conclusion, P implies R is true. For example, if 2x plus 1 is odd number, then 2x plus 2 is even. If 2x plus 2 is even number, then 2x plus 3 is odd. Here, what is P? 2x plus 1 is odd, P. 2x plus 2 is even, Q. 2x plus 2 is even, Q. 2x plus 3 is odd. Here we have to prove P implies R is true, that is P. 2x plus 1 is odd number. If 2x plus 1 is odd number, then 2x plus 3 is odd number is true. Fourth, modus tollendo ponius. If P or Q is true and negation P is true, then Q is true. Here P or Q is true. Negation P is true, then obviously Q is true. Hypothesis, P or Q is true and negation P is true. Conclusion, Q is true. Example, supposing the following statements are true. First, P or Q, a natural number is either even or odd. Negation P. The given natural number is not even. Natural number is even is P, or natural number is odd is Q. Conclusion, Q is true. The given natural number is odd. Fourth rule, rule of substitution of variables. If x belongs to S, P of x is true and A belongs to S, then P of A is true. Given, for every x belongs to N, x plus 3 equals 3 plus x is true, where N is the set of natural numbers. Conclusion, for example, 5 plus 3 equals 3 plus 5, 6 plus 3 equals 3 plus 6. Okay. Fifth rule, rule of substitution of propositions. An proposition may be replaced by any equivalent proposition. The proposition P implies Q may be replaced by negation P implies negation Q for the implication, and its contrapositive are logically equivalent. Here any proposition may be replaced by any equivalent proposition. Here P implies Q is equivalent to negation P implies negation Q. So we can replace P implies Q by the proposition negation P implies negation Q. Methods of proofs. There are two classes of proofs. One is direct proof and indirect proof. While proving the theorems, we use two methods. One is direct, another one is indirect. What is direct proof? In this method of proving a conditional P implies Q has the following steps of argument called the deductive reasoning. First hypothesis. First to assume that P is true. Okay. First take the given, assume that P is true. Second step is analysis. Starting with a hypothesis, that is P is true, and employing the rules of logic and other known facts, we infer that Q is true. First hypothesis, first step is we should assume P is true. Analysis, second step is analysis. Starting with the hypothesis P is true, we use rules of logic and other known facts to prove Q is true. Conclusion, we conclude that P implies Q is true.